Hello, and welcome to Hollywood Headlines. I'm your host, Jessica Curtis, and on tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about the latest news in Hollywood. Starting with the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show, Hollywood Headlines starts now. Before we get into the show, I'd like to take a moment to thank Liv Grove for being today's guest. Super Bowl halftime show has topped itself once again after Kendrick Lamar broke the 30-year viewership record held by Michael Jackson. Last week's Super Bowl 60 saw 135 million viewers tune in to Puerto Rican musician Bad Bunny. The Latin trap and reggaeton legend landed in San Francisco to host the halftime show after previously backing Shakira and Jennifer Lopez in 2020. Like Lamar, Bad Bunny has had a wild year thanks to his album Debí Tirar Más Fotos, which won the Grammy and Latin Grammy for Album of the Year. His halftime show reflected many of the same themes, promoting love and unity among the Americas and a celebration of Latin culture. Highlights included an actual wedding held during the ceremony, Lady Gaga performing salsa rendition of Die With a Smile, and Bad Bunny handing one of his Grammys to a young boy. Other people seen on the field included Cardi B, Karol G, Pedro Pascal, Jessica Alba, and a guest appearance from 90s Latin pop icon Ricky Martin. The show was praised for its cultural relevance, guest appearances, and immense showmanship through the production and Bad Bunny's performance. Liv, did you watch the Super Bowl? Any moments that caught your attention? I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. I did watch the Super Bowl. It was fun. I definitely only watched it because I wanted the Seahawks to win. I didn't really care a lot because I'm an Eagles fan. So if the Eagles aren't in it, then I'm like, okay, whatever, like I don't care. But yeah, I watched the halftime show too. I really liked like the cultural relevance of all of it. Mm-hmm. I really liked like his set. I thought that was like so cool how he made it into like a little, like a town. Mm-hmm. And I thought like a really cool fact about it was, you know, like the tree people, like how they had it, how they had them like as people. Mm-hmm. And I learned that it was only, like they did that only because they wanted the set to be so like perfect and you could only have like a certain amount of carts onto the field without destroying like the turf or the grass. So to get around that, they put like, I think it was like 300 people in these grass suits. And no one noticed until they started moving. And like, even I was so confused. I was like, what is this supposed to be happening? Like, I didn't understand it, but it was cool.
Yeah. Last year, we suggested Travis Scott and Ariana Grande as potential headliners for the halftime show. Is there anyone you have in mind for next year's halftime show?
I have put too much thought into this. I've thought about this so much. And I definitely think like I would love to see like a Metallica performance or like Foo Fighters. I'd like Everlong in the that would just be amazing. But also like I feel like you could do like Pitbull or like even Post Malone. Like I feel like that would be cool. But yeah, what about you?
I would say my favorite artist is definitely Tame Impala. So I would say, yeah, my favorite artist that would headline would be Tame Impala. Pay attention because this stuff is real. David Koepp's Cold Storage, starring Liam Neeson, Joe Keery, and Georgina Campbell, is slated to release in theaters on February 13th. The movie follows two self-storage employees as they work the worst shift of their lives after a parasitic fungus escapes a sealed government facility. The movie is described as being, quote, gooey, goofy, and gross, end quote. With over-the-top elements like animals using elevators and projectile vomiting, director Johnny Campbell said that the horror comedy is a love letter to splatter B movies and that it, quote, proudly wears its goofiness on its sleeve, end quote. The box office has seen a resurgence in post-apocalyptic films in the last couple of years, with Cold Storage being the most recent installment. However, Campbell's movie is more of a spiritual cousin to Zombieland than 28 Days Later. Liv, do you plan on watching Cold Storage? Do you think we will continue to see the creature films like zombies and vampires in this box office?
Yeah, so my big thing is I can't do gore. Like, I'm not
Me
a gore
too.
person. I hate, like, the throwing up, the gooey part that they're talking about.
Yeah.
Not my thing. I'm not.
It's-
Yeah.
I can do horror, but I can't watch it alone.
Yeah,
It's,
no.
I always have to have someone with me.
Yeah, I completely agree. And, like, I don't know. Like, did you watch the trailer for this?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so I feel like, listen, I love Joe Keery,
Me too.
but whenever I see him involved with, like, anything remotely alien or, like, zombie, I always think of Stranger Things. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know if that's just me, but, like, the whole thing was giving, like, adult Stranger Things.
No, literally. Like, that's the only thing I can see him as. you
Yeah.
know. When we come back from the break, we will be talking about the season 10 premiere of Love is Blind. Hollywood Headlines will be right back. The Netflix reality hit series Love is Blind is back for another round of romance. Their 10th season premieres on February 11th, just in time for the most romantic holiday of the year. This season, Love is Blind is focused on the state of Ohio for its next batch of bachelors, where 32 contestants are looking to fall in love. According to Tudum, the contestants' age range from 28 to 38, with professions in medicine, finance, and marketing. In addition, icons Nick and Vanessa Lachey are set to return to host this season. This season will have 12 episodes, with the first half dropping on February 11th. Liv, have you watched Love is Blind?
I have not. I've never seen it. I feel like I've heard, like, a little bit about it. Isn't that, like, when they're in a room, like, they're both in a room and they
I
talk to
think
each
so.
other through a screen or something?
I think so. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I've never, like, been into watching that kind of stuff. I've heard of, like, Love Island.
Yeah.
My roommate is, like, obsessed with Love Island,
Yeah.
so, like, I kind of have a little bit of knowledge on that. Do you?
My friends got me into it over the summer. I only watched a couple episodes because then, like, afterwards I just stopped watching because all my favorite people left.
Yeah.
And like they all just left the villa. And
Yeah.
I kind of think there was just stupid reasons why they got kicked off, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, the only one that I was, like, planning on watching is The Bachelorette, because I'm a huge, have you ever heard of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
I have, yes.
Have you know Taylor Frankie
Yes,
Paul and how
yes.
she's supposed to be, like, the Bachelorette this year? So I might dabble in that. I don't know yet, but I'm excited.
My roommates got me into Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, so during the semester we'll binge watch it instead of doing homework.
Yeah.
So, do you like the Love is Blind or Love Island? Sorry.
Yeah, I like Love Island, but it's definitely something I would watch during homework.
Yeah. Hollywood brought the movie theater to Super Bowl 60 as numerous high-profile trailers premiered during the game. Disney released new footage from The Mandalorian and Grogu, while Nintendo shared the first trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Universal also debuted the trailer for Minions and Monsters, while horror fans were given a first look at the latest installment in the Scream franchise with Scream 7. Additional trailers included Disclosure Day and the Adventures of Cliff Booth, both of which feature major stars and promise action-driven stories. The Super Bowl broadcast was a great opportunity for studios to promote their newest projects and get Americans excited about the 2026 movies. However, the collection of trailers highlighted how studios are continuing to rely on established franchises and high-profile projects to draw audiences back to theaters than original projects. Liv, did you see any trailers during the game?
I did. I saw all of them. I'm definitely excited for Scream 7. My boyfriend and I watched all of them over, like, fall. So we're going to the theaters to see
I've
that.
never seen Scream, like any of the movies. What's it about?
So it's basically about, okay. It's confusing to talk about because I feel like as the movies go on, it's like in my opinion, they lose the plot a little bit.
That
Because
always
there's
happens
so
with
many.
always.
Yeah, but like basically the first one is like I think they're in high school, right? And two best friends are like the serial killer, and they kill a bunch of people, and this like the girl, I'm trying to sum it up like in the best way possible, but like they try and figure out who it is. She's dating one of them, and then she figures it out. She doesn't die, but they die, but then they're not dead, but then they are dead. I don't know. It's confusing. You gotta watch them.
Definitely, I will.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new trailer for Minions?
I know. Yeah, I did. I'm a big Minions person. I have nieces, so
Oh, okay.
they love the Minions movies, and like my
Yeah.
little cousins love them. So like I find myself watching from the side or just watching them.
I was gonna
and-
say I've never seen the new Minions movie that came out in
Yeah.
2015. I
Yeah.
never saw it.
it's pretty good.
Yeah. The Despicable Me movies were pretty good. The
Yeah.
plot obviously went down as the years went on, but yeah.
Yeah.
When we come back, we will be playing a game. Hollywood Headlines will be right back. Welcome back. Since the Super Bowl was this week, we're going to test your Super Bowl halftime show knowledge with this game we like to call Guess That Year. So Liv, I'll be giving you a prompt and you'll have 10 seconds to name the year that corresponds with the given prompt. Are you ready?
I am.
Here is the prompt. What year did the Black Eyed Peas have their Super Bowl halftime show? Is it 2009, 2010, 2011, or 2012?
Okay. Well, I do know this one. I think it was Green Bay Packers and the Steelers, 2011. I love the Black Eyed Peas. So.
2011 is the correct answer. Well, that's all we have for tonight's episode, but make sure to come back next week for the latest news in Hollywood. A big thank you for Liv Grove for being on tonight's show. I'm Jessica Curtis. Have a great week, Millersville.